Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. Y'all know I got a lot of terms in this YouTube space that I brought to this space. Some of the terms I didn't make up, but I brought it to this space. But I'm about to bring another one to you. And for all of you content creators, red pill, black pill, manosphere in general, you can beat the censorship by using this term, because this term is accurate in describing these women. Whether it's any of y'all, whether it's Coach Greg, Dr. BOA, Black Ram, any of y'all can beat the censorship with this term. So this video is entitled, "What is a coquette?" Coquette. Coquette. Some people pronounce it coquette. Coquette. And how does it describe or fit in regards to modern women? I'm glad you asked. We getting ready to break this thing down.
Coquette.
Coquette. A coquette is a flirt. A girl or woman who knows how to flatter and manipulate men with her charms in order to get what she wants. This goes back to the 17th century. And I heard a couple guys talking about this lately, in particular General Tito. He broke down how dating was in those days, where they were calling them coquettes. Dating, the term dating, he was right about that. Like, you had what they call courtship, which is when people were trying to get married and have families and stuff like that. And you had what they call dating. He's right. Dating was the ones that worked at the whorehouse under the madame and all of that. This stuff been going on, y'all. They would have a book because some of the married men, they couldn't always get away from their wives. So they would have a book and they would date it when he's going to come and get his service from them. So they called it dating. So in those days, they would say, I got to do some dating. Or like they'll be like, so when is such and such coming to town? Oh, I don't know. I have to date. Or I have to do some dating. Meaning she had to go look at her schedule. Because some women were more in demand than others. Kind of like that was their version of OnlyFans. This stuff been going on, man. People been defying the Most High, going against them, not following them. How you think they was having them revivals? Everybody wasn't saved. It was just like now, hardly nobody was saved. Including some of the ones that was in the church. Some things don't change under the sun. So y'all gonna hear me using this term coquette. A stripper, I almost called him a scripper with a C. A stripper is a coquette. Seeking arrangements girl is a coquette. OnlyFans girls are coquettes. Gold diggers are coquettes. Now, y'all heard me use the term whoremonger. Whoremonger just means promotion of whores. A guy that promotes whores. How do you promote whores? By compensating them. So a pimp is a whoremonger. A John is a whoremonger. You know? But let me add this. If I know this, what I'm about to say, then you know the Most High has to know it as well. In fact, a lot of the things y'all hear me say, sometimes the way I say it is not from him. Like he'll give me a revelation and it'll come out the way I say it. But he understands how the relationship dynamic works now. He knows that the devil has taken over with the family court, with these women fascination with Pookies, the Stockholm syndrome. Now it's like they making movies to make you root for the killer. Like You, remember You? You is still going on. I think it's on Netflix. It's on one of the streaming videos. I was watching it. Like this new movie with the concert and the guy who's a killer, but he taking his daughter to the concert. Stockholm syndrome stuff. So the Most High knows that the devil has put her face into this whole family dynamic, marriage dynamic, relationship dynamic. And most people ain't been fruitful and multiplying because they multiply with a baby, but then they subtract their money away when the chick chooses a Pookie and wants to run off. These people are coquettes. These women are coquettes, man. Let's go back to it. I'm going to make sure you know what this is before we get off of here.
Coquette.
A flirt. Married women a lot of times is coquettes. That's one reason why they always end up divorced, because they coquettes. Marriage ain't even for them. A flirt is a hoe that hasn't exercised everything sexually. So when you see a woman that's flirting around with men, you know that either she is a 304 in her thoughts, or she's is or going to be a 304 also with her actions. Look, man, this is the first thing they mentioned with a coquette. A flirt, a girl or a woman who knows how to flatter and manipulate men with her charms in order to get what she wants. If it's money, it's a material possession. Now it's those bags. Women try to compete with each other. Look what he bought me. I'm special. Why you think they wear? Now those pants, I don't know. But I don't know if they wearing those pants out of comfort or they wearing those pants because they want us to see how much fat they got in the front and in the back. But some of the way they dress, they do it because they coquettes. Some of the things they say they do because they coquettes. All of this wasn't a high value man, coquette. Do I need to read it again? I'm going to read it again.
Coquette.
A flirt, a girl or a woman who knows how to flatter and manipulate men with her charms in order to get what she wants. This term, like I said, is an old term. Now, what is a female coquette? It says a woman who likes to win the attention or admiration of men but does not have serious feelings for them. Dude, I have no problem with giving guys their props. Because a lot of these guys in this space, in one way or another, deserve credit. I know they insecure. They don't like mentioning smaller channels. But I'm not insecure. I'm going to give them credit where credit is due. Like when Coach Greg Adams says, men are in love, women are in business. Why are women in business? Because they coquettes. Watch this. I'm going to read it again, man. Goodness gracious. I'm going to read it again for y'all, man. Can't keep falling for this stuff, man. A female coquette is a woman who likes to win the attention or admiration of men, but does not have serious feelings for them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Teaches women to be coquettes. Drizzle, drizzle. Shout out to Drizzle, drizzle. Drizzle Drizzle teaches men to look out for coquettes and to take the attitude that if anybody gonna get compensation, it's gonna be me or nobody. Y'all gotta make sure y'all watching this video too. How can you learn and you can't even make it through a video? That's why some of y'all still simps. Cause y'all not watching these lives these guys making all the way through. Y'all not watching these videos I make all the way through. We know the average duration. Y'all not watching the whole thing. And if you gonna come out and comment against what somebody say, you should at least watch the whole video. That's why y'all be getting cooked in the comments. Some guys ignore, but I cook in the comment. Now here's the next thing. Why is coquette problematic? Despite the whimsical and seemingly harmless nature of the aesthetic, it is not as magical as it seems at first glance. Coquette is supposed to be flirtatious, which can be seen as seductive by men. The hyper-feminine fashion is quickly allowed for a more... Why they put that in there? Well, I ain't going to even read that part. Just then I'll get censored. All it says about men, a man who philanders, a male flirt. Okay, what's the opposite of coquette? Disgust, dissuade, repulse. Somebody did something on the dark side of coquette. Let's see what this person had to say. Let's see what they had to say, and do I want to read it? Okay, I'm going to read some of it. And it says, even more dangerously, the coquette community continues to come under fire for encouraging seriously negative topics, whether it be overt or subtle. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm keeping score. I'm keeping score because she's making women be coquettic. It says, although a niche community which claims no such association, one known as, well, no, I don't want to read that. I'm avoiding a certain word, y'all, that they keep using. They keep using that word. And it's not even necessary because you can break down what this is without that word. Hold on, give me a second. Let's look at what it says in Webster's dictionary.
Coquette.
A woman who endeavors without sincere affection to gain the attention and admiration of men. These dumb women that be in the front row at them basketball game. These dumb women that be in the tunnel at the football games. They just trying to get a baller. They trying to get somebody that got money like that. They tried to water down the definition in the dictionary.com, so I ain't going to even read it. Let's go to the Cambridge Dictionary. A woman who likes to attract attention by behaving as if she is sexually interested in people in a pleasant but not serious way. Look at the Oxford English Dictionary. A woman who trifles. Y'all know we get that word trifling from there. With men's affections. A woman given to flirting or coquetry. Another definition. Wait, that Britannica is the same. So, in other words, if you got, like, say, a basketball NBA player, and a woman comes in his DM, kind of like what Glorilla did with Dame. I want him. That's coquetting. That's coquetry. That's the definition of it. Because would she want him if he worked at McDonald's? Probably not. Probably not. She wants him because you can look up a person's net worth or their salary on the internet. And any woman that looks up a man's salary or sees him in public, she has a nice car, he dressed nice, and so now she flirting around with him, trying to make eyes with him, so on and so forth, is a coquette. Like I said, most modern women now are coquettes. So what do? What do? Do you stop dealing with them? That's a possibility. But you ain't gonna get none. You're gonna mess up your prostate. You're gonna mess up your vas deferens and all your internal sex organs. Try not to bust. But you can't marry them. You're right, you can. You can. You probably gonna lose half your stuff. You still can marry them if that's what you want to do. We advise against it in this space, though. There's a couple of us are only still married because we don't know what them judges gonna say. Sometimes getting divorced will take you straight to the poorhouse. And a guy came on here, I forgot his name, man, I apologize, but I mentioned his comment. He came on here and said he been divorced from his wife for like years and he's still battling her because she's still trying to get money out of him. Like, how many people she done slept with since him? See, this is why the system is unfair. System is unfair. And why are these people going to come park right next to me? I think, you know what I think people do now? They do that to invade your privacy and invade your space. Some of them do that just because they're trying to hear your conversation. What is he doing over there? Man, mind your own business. But guys like Coach Greg mentioned how he still battles his wife about money, and he been divorced from her like how many years? Others have said this as well. It's like their wife would be banging and sucking a whole nother man and coming to them for money because they were previously married. That's not fair. They need to cut that out. Like, what they need to start doing is after that divorce, whatever they say you got to pay for however long, that's it. They shouldn't be able to come no matter how wealthy you get. They should not be able to come for no other money. And it should be a cap on it, because if these women are destroying their relationships, why should the man be responsible to take care of them? They the one that destroyed the relationship. Flirting around, sleeping around, being disrespectful, not being a wife, but then you still got to pay them? It's not, man, if I would have knew this, I'm telling you, I wouldn't have never got married. I wouldn't have married none of these chicks. None, zero. I wouldn't have married the one that I married. If I would have knew all of this, man, nobody even mentioned this stuff. My father didn't mention it. My uncles didn't mention it. People I grew up, grown people that was married, nobody mentioned that if you get a divorce, you're going to have to pay all this money. And if you don't pay it, they start taking your license. You can't get a passport. They'll throw you in jail, put felonies on your name. I'm like, if I was going to get felonies, I could have got felonies with what I was doing. But That's just the system we live in, man. Y'all think we just talking the talk. Guys is really, yeah, they making money. But I don't think none of these guys, well, maybe a couple. I don't think that many of these guys that talk about this only aim is to make money. I think a lot of them is really trying to help y'all. And make money, of course, but they trying to help y'all, man, for real. And some of them, it's like they get things off their chest by making these videos. Like, I hope my there's another one coming by me. Okay, good. All these parking spots, closer too. But most of these women are coquettes. They only out, like he said, they in business. They out for what they can get. And that's why some guys know this. That's why they just use them for pleasure. And I would advise against being with women that make you unhappy. The Most High never intended for you to fight with these women, argue with these women telling you what to do. That was never his intention when he gave us women. And that's why it shouldn't be your intention to stay with nobody like that. This divorce season, man. Build you up some money. Stop telling her everything you got. If she not having sex with you, she shouldn't even know how much money you got. If she's not respecting you, she shouldn't know how much money you got. And who does joint accounts? The only way I'm doing a joint account is if, like, I got concubines and we all work. But that joint account is going to be nobody can't take money out of it without everybody's permission, without everybody there. And that's still unlikely to happen. But, you know, in some situations, it's okay to put y'all money together. What's not okay is that fake traditional stuff, you paying everything. For what? Why are you paying everything? And y'all both live in that house. See, this the dumb stuff that I did. And it nearly destroyed me on multiple occasions financially. Because that's for people who already got money like that. If you in the hundreds of thousands or you got hundreds of thousands, that's for you. It's not for people that's working every day, check to check. Why would a guy that's check to check be the only one working? You gonna mess yourself up. You ain't gonna have, and then if she divorce you, you ain't gonna have the resources put up to fight against her in court or to make it. You gonna have to get your own place. You get 2 bedrooms, you're gonna need a bedroom set for both rooms. You're gonna need furniture for the living room. You're gonna need TVs through the house. You ain't gonna be able to get none of that being the only one working. And then she runs off. She talking to some other dude behind your back. She bending over, telling him to hurry up, you finna come home. Giving it up. And now she just gets tired of going back and forth. She don't want to deal with you no more. She want to strip your kids from you and stuff. And you don't have no money put up because you thought it was righteous to be paying for everything and you don't even make money like that. That's for people who already making it, already got the money. I would say, if I would have to put a number on it, you better, if you live in a cheap city and you cheap and you're a good saver, you know how to put your foot down with her, 60,000, you're still gonna be rough. 80,000 for sure. You making 80,000 after taxes, not before, after taxes. And you saving your money, so on and so forth, you might be all right. You might be okay. But see, a lot of guys are still, you know, be trying to win over This is how I know a guy is just not wise. If you trying to win over an argumentative, quick-tempered, frustrated woman, you ain't there. You don't got the wisdom. You ain't got the wisdom. But I think I talked pretty well. I pretty much broke down what this is. This coquette is most of the women you see. Talking about they ain't gonna have like if you ain't rich, right, and your wife saying this, next time I'm gonna get a rich man, that's a put down right there. She putting you down. She thinks she gonna get a rich man. Get in line. Rich men don't even be where she gonna find them at? They not in the urban areas. They in the suburban areas. And they already got a lot to choose from. But anyway, thanks for watching.